Here's Rodgers. From the right side, going to be complete to the ground. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up second down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And his throw is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Pass hauled in downfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. One heck of a third down conversion, 33 yards.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. And that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. To throw, it's Rodgers. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. There he goes, right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brand, I think they went standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through the big-time pick six.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and the round is on here in this first half. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, yeah, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers, throw left side, complete. That's Watkins. Now you gotta hustle your guys in the line and get them set. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Now it's Rodgers. This one complete to Tunyon underneath. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. And quickly, they get to the line. From just shy of midfield, Rodgers. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll be brought down just shy of 40. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Rodgers to throw once more. Able to find Lazard. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 24-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, Rodgers. Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Here's Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers.
Wow.
Jones from 8 yards out. And the Packers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Taking it about the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And they'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. No gain on the play there, second down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. So we reach halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago, where it was the visiting Niners who are able to come away with the road victory. Elijah Mitchell, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, we head down to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And right now, they have the lead over the visiting New York Giants. Kyle Phillips, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And things did work out for them as they fall to the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Jalen Hurts, 2 touchdown passes as his guys are able to get the victory in their season opener. In the game you're watching, it's been Kirk Cousins with a hot hand in the first half. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Well, the Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Throwing is Rodgers. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlines. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And it's a fumble. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try to win this one.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Cousins to throw it. This being brought in by Jefferson. And they get it inside the 10 at the 8. That puts them in excellent position, first and goal after a gain of 19.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
And work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just a third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Calling a gain of a couple, the defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
3rd and goal for Cousins. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. So this looking more and more like it is going to be a successful kickoff to their campaign as they add on here.
And partner, you know NFL coaches, they're on the sideline thinking about all the little things that need correcting. But for the most part, they've got to be ecstatic with the way the season has started out.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league where we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
7 catches for him now in this last one, a first down. Now Rodgers. And he'll just get rid of it.
And when you throw as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the other guy was going to catch it. Was sitting in the 3rd row.
Rodgers' throw complete here on target to Tunyon. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring out 4th down. On now is the Packers punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
That felt like a trap, because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Complete, Jefferson the target. And they're going to get him down shy of the 1st at about the 13-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard run, 2 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball. And it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
Coming in, he really likes his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Rodgers now on first down. He'll find Lazard here over the middle. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers got a man, that's Lazard. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Now Jones. Well, for one a few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. They'll try again with Jones. And they'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a third one.
Yeah, now from this spot, that is caught by Cobb. That's a Packer touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Packers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Now, this opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but yeah, that touchdown, maybe a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there, maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. Kenny Nwangu now out of his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Cook again. And he'll be brought down shy of 40 at the 38-yard line.
It's apart.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
It's apart.
They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
And that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins out to his left. That is caught by Thielen. And he is out of bounds inside the 45. 27 yards there, first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Down to about the 32.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense up front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how who made the play. We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. Calling a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
You know, we might as well get some props here in the booth. You know that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. The kick by Joseph is good, and they will extend their lead even further. 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the league where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense, trotting back out. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want.
Yeah, it's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Rodgers. Caught left side by Cobb. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And it is incomplete here.
That's certainly a pretty good play call, and they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Rodgers going to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 35. Throwing now is Rodgers. That's complete to Lazard. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. On 2nd down, Dillon. And then the inside the 25, now at the 24. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. There's Rodgers to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Cobb. And they're going to be set up now with a ball at the 13-yard line.
Randall Cobb back for a 12th NFL season, all but 2 with these Green Bay Packers. You certainly have to admire his longevity as he's one of just 3 receivers still around from the 2011 draft. He may not be the top receiver on your team, but he still contributed 375 yards last season and a 1st down here.
2nd and 5 from the 8. Draw play, Dillon. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple of yards short of the first. On the gain of 3 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Now Sam Sloman is on. from the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And his kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So the 3 points there, CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to play the game.
Almost the fourth quarter.
You're also not going pell-mell like you would 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offense is called, 4-minute play clock. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On second down, it's Cook again. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The give to the fullback on the dive. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play. Who you think's going to get the ball? Where you think the ball's going to go? Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it. And on that play you do. So you got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Down to the 41.
Brandon, I gotta think this offensive line is getting some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. This offense so far on 3rd down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run inside with a fullback hand. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
There's so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
Here's Cousins. They will find his man on the end route, complete. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? At this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've done it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
The run didn't work very well on that play. Defenders on 3rd and short know it's going to be a quick read. And really, the quarterback's just going to turn around and hand it off. So that way, you're able to diagnose the play and try and get to the point of attack. But when you're dealing with a fullback, it's hard to knock it backwards.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Here's Ham, the fullback. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
How about that call handed to the big guy in that situation? Normally you think of him as a real short yardage runner, but in this case they trust him to get a few more yards than that. I remember an old New York Giants quarterback, a Super Bowl winning quarterback, telling me he loves offense coordinators who call the plays with a little bit of abandon.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Again, it's Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Vikings are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Joseph on for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. That drive along, spanning 15 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Now swing pass for Dillon. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Rodgers now to throw. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 2nd down. They go draw play. It's Dillon. And slow going there as the